You are unpredictable because you put Oxford City.
That was funny. I deliberately.
Why'd you have to bring that up? It's my tiredness. It's my tiredness.
Yeah, no. I when I saw that, Harv, I was just there like, oh, I'm sorry, Harv. You're gonna have to get my banter here now.
You gotta hold that. You gotta hold it.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Argyle Way. We are back with another video on the channel. This is the preview for Portsmouth versus Plymouth Argyle at Fratton Park. One of the most awaited games of the season. I know everyone in this chat are very excited for this.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just waiting for everyone's reaction.
Show.
We'll get that early up as well. But yeah, this is a game that I feel will be the most important game of the season. Definitely, 100%. Last season, we beat them twice. We beat them twice last season. I know I can't remember the first result, but I know we beat them 1-0 in the at-home park. I remember that one. That's when Brian Hardy
sure
we drew at Fratton Park.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we drew it.
Yeah, no, because we were 2-1 up, and then
Fratton
Pompey
Park.
got. Yeah, no, we drew because Pompey got an equaliser.
I didn't know. To be honest, I couldn't remember, but I know that we won at home.
They were
park.
jammy buggers that game, Pompey, as
but,
usual.
To be honest, all I can say is I'm very, very excited for this game, even though I can't go. I'm very sad about that. Got to do my nice work, but
I'll do everything I can to get footage, guys.
Yeah, that'll be brilliant. Yeah, that'll be brilliant.
I'll be doing a Matchday Vlog.
Yeah, but we'll go from one by one of our thoughts for this game and all that stuff. But we'll start with Liam first. But basically just say like how important is this game for us this season, and how prepared do you think we are for it?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think we are prepared for it because obviously home form is decent, but the thing is, our away form is it's mixed really, because sometimes we play well away, sometimes we don't, and we should be up for this game because one is a Dockyard derby, and two, I mean, to be honest, we should be going into this game confident because we come off the back of 4 wins now, 4 wins, right?
Yeah.
4 wins in a row.
4 wins, yeah. 4 wins in a row. I think two or three of them was at home, wasn't it? Or was it two home, 2 away? I think. No, 2 home, 2 away.
Yeah,
2 home, 2 away.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Bolton home, Forest Green away, Derby away, and Oxford home.
And Oxford at home.
Sound.
There
Yeah, I mean,
go.
to be honest, I reckon it's got a 2-2 draw written all over it because of what happened last time. Because that's what it normally is. But yeah, to be fair, I mean, I think we can win this game. I think if we do win this game, we go into Ipswich. If it goes ahead, Ipswich at home. But most likely it's not going to go ahead because Morsley from Ipswich is, if he gets called up to his national team, that's it, done. That's the game off, from what I heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a game that I would say whoever wins that game is one of the main not the main favorite from early on, but one of the favorites to be in contention for promotion this season.
Pompey always bottle it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
They do.
Yeah,
True. They did last season, but
You know what's so funny is that us Argyle fans always say before or during the season that Pompey bottle it every year, and then those lot 4-0 written all over it always say we bottle it every season. So guess feelings mutual.
But yeah,
I say we bottled it. We bottled it bad last year, though. We did bottle it.
Yeah,
bad.
we was on a good, very, very good streak. We was on a very good unbeaten streak as well, but then it just went all tits up. Tits up.
It did, yeah.
But I'm honestly going to say those games against those top sides were the most important games and pivotal games. But
to be honest,
we couldn't do anything against those teams because what are you going to say, then?
Is it just? I think the top sides come down to us at home park. I think it's just Ipswich and Sheffield Wednesday left, isn't it? And Pompey. And that's it.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Derby's got to come down to home park.
Derby's got to come down to us,
Derby,
They don't look good away. We'll just honestly say that. They're shocking away.
if that's it, I think that's it. Really, I think if we can get through then with wins, or if we can nick a draw, or something, or if we really need to push it, a draw. I mean, the draw at home park wouldn't be the worst. I mean, obviously we're up against the local derby now. We're not gonna roll them over 3-0 away. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get out of them with points on the board, say for example, I don't know, 8 out of 12 or 7 out of 12, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And if we can get that out of that, and then all we got is the mediocre teams to come down to us, but that, to be honest, is always our downfall.
Yeah.
Teams like Fratton and Cambridge always get points off us.
They always manage to do it.
And then second half of the season, we've got a few away games to do. We got Peterborough away, Ipswich away, Sheffield Wednesday away.
Yeah.
Who else? Bolton. We'll have Bolton away second half of the season as well. So,
but if we need to push
the games,
if we need to push the playoffs, our April fixtures are class.
Yeah.
Pretty
we did
easy.
a double over Bolton last season, didn't we?
Yeah, we done a double.
Yeah.
I just remember that game at home park when Ryan Broom scored that best goal of the season. I just remember that.
I think that whatever we do this season defines the club that we are. So if we get playoffs this season, that makes us a high League One team. And if we manage to completely bottle it again like last season, then I reckon we'll see the likes of Hardy go, the likes of Galloway, especially off the back of the disappointment from last year. But then again, I also believe that at home this season we should win 75% of our games. We haven't had no real struggle at home park as of yet. No team's really challenged us.
We've conceded no goals.
We're yet to concede, but yeah, that comes down purely to Shuey, I believe.
I've
seen 100%.
I seen a tweet saying that the top 4 leagues were the only team not to concede a goal. What just conceded a goal at home park against Ipswich, just to go, oh, you jinxed it, thanks mate.
Honestly,
thanks, mate.
This is where I agree with some fans I've been seeing on social media the last few days, especially on Young Fans podcast. Honestly, this weekend for all 4, Plymouth, Portsmouth, Ipswich, Sheffield Wednesday, this is where the big test starts this weekend for all 4 of them, because of course Wednesday and Ipswich have each other at Hillsborough.
Oh, please.
Yeah. Do us a favour.
It'd be really, really interesting this weekend.
But yeah, we got Liam's thoughts and perspective on the Portsmouth game, but we'll move to Jack as well, because obviously this is a game that you're going to as well. So this will be a very mental experience. But
well, I was meant to go last season, but unfortunately something late.
Just to put it out there, it's not going to be as good as Derby. You know that, right?
Just because you had the best experience of the season.
I will go mental if we come out on Saturday with all 3 points, especially that I'm on a night out with everyone in Southampton on Saturday night. It's my final weekend in Hampshire for a while after finishing the degree. So I will be on the alcohols if we win on Saturday for sure.
Yeah, so you're not going to witness what I witnessed. I witnessed from us going 2-0 down and thinking, can't be asked to go and watch the second half, and then we go and watch the second half. We score 3 goals.
I was meant to go and watch the game at Fratton last season, but unfortunately something last minute crept on with something else, so I couldn't go, unfortunately. But obviously I watched the match afterwards. I saw it was a 2-2 draw. We're very unlucky not to win that game, to be honest, because we did play really well, and then they got a last minute equaliser, Pompey. So we've seen the home park fixture last season. I'm going to find it really interesting to see the away leg of the 2 clubs this time round. And I've been to Fratton Park twice already as a neutral, and I've seen how mental
the away leg is. I mean, to be honest, we should beat them at home park.
Yeah.
You say that, and then all of the Portsmouth fans will just go, "Yeah, have that one, mate." We just absolutely battered you, and you.
Oh yeah, last season, last season when I interviewed Tom from 4-0 written all over at Home Park, he said it'd be a 4-0 win for Pompey. I was like, what?
He didn't get that in his vlog, though. I didn't hear him say that.
Oh no! This was for a unlisted video of mine on one of my second channels for a masters project, and I did it on the Dockyard Derby, and I met Tom. So
some people must have been on gummies before they started doing all that stuff. Some people must have been off their head before that. For sure.
No, I know how mental their atmosphere is as well at Fratton, because I've been to there twice as a neutral. So us Argyle fans on Saturday need to sing our lungs out if we want to match Pompey with atmosphere on Saturday.
It's sold out.
It's sold out.
Yeah.
How many? How many have we sold?
I don't know.
The whole capacity of the away end.
Yeah, no. Whoever the announcer. Whoever the announcer of Pompey is on Saturday, they'll announce how many of our fans.
I'll have a go and check out on Twitter in a bit, anyways.
Yeah, he's not as good as our announcer. Yeah,
yeah, of course, definitely. But we'll move on to Harvey English's perspective for this game as well, as obviously he wasn't here for the review of the Oxford game. But for this game as well, I'd say this is a 100 times more important than the Oxford game. That was a brilliant win, but this game will prove if we can be up there with the big dogs this season. But do you think we could get a result, or do you think it will be one of those tough matches?
Yeah, we're 3-1 to win, by the way. That's tough.
3-1. Oof,
yeah. I think Portsmouth's always a hard game because it's like an emotional one for the fans. It's not just like a simple game. The atmosphere, it really depends who can keep their bottle. Obviously, Portsmouth have the home advantage, but that doesn't really take into consideration with the Argyle
home
fans.
Advantage. I mean, they're not as good as us this season.
Well, they are unbeaten. That is a factor we can take into it.
And I will admit that's why I was a little bit confident before. I was like, maybe it could be their first defeat of the season against us.
5 goals. I don't know.
Yeah, at home we haven't.
Will be hard regardless.
It will be a difficult game, but I think it comes down to what players can keep their composure. We need to have cool heads, and we need to not be able to drop our heads after conceding 1 or conceding 2. We need to, if that is the case, we need to pull back like we did against Derby. But I do believe that the players will be up for it, because we've got a passionate team. Over on my Instagram, you could see it. When we scored our goal on Tuesday, the whole team was buzzing. It wasn't one of them where that they're just running over to waste time. They all wanted to get involved with the fans, and that's I believe we can get a result. We could do, but it just all down to how we play, how our fans react. We need to be on it from as soon as the fans arrive.
Obviously, we want to win the game, obviously, but would we take a draw? Would you take a draw? Because I wouldn't mind a draw.
It depends. I wouldn't mind a draw, as obviously they have had a very good.
We were talking about this earlier, weren't we, Harv, on the phone?
Yeah.
I think a draw for us is 1 point gain and 2 points lost for Portsmouth, whereas if it's a draw for Portsmouth, it's 2 points lost. So,
to be fair,
on their home turf, as long as we bring back points and we have a good performance and a good day out, that's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
It's exactly like the Oxford one, Oxford at home. I'm thinking, oh God, here we go, 2 points dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you've got to wait until the final whistle. That's that's the main thing.
Which should be about not 6 minutes added on, because every time we're winning, it's more than 5.
Yeah. So many added on, all the time.
To be honest, Liam, in that Oxford game, Finn Azaz was down and Niall Lennis were down at the same time for a bit. So
were they? Oh, I didn't realise.
They were down for like 2 minutes or something like that.
Oh yeah,
because our announcer, when the referee indicated a minimum of 5 minutes, I'm like, 5 minutes?
5 minutes?
Speaking of which, I was just going to say, no, England half. I actually never asked you this at the moment from Oxford's the game against Oxford on Tuesday night. What were your thoughts on the match full time afterwards?
I was happy with the win. I was happy with Nigel Longwick's performance. I thought he's improved massively because I did say after the Derby game that I wasn't really liking him, and I did say it in my vlog where when I got the lineup, I was like, Nigel's starting to a bit of a shaky one, but I thought he played very well. I was impressed with Ennis when he come on. I thought his impact on the game was very positive, especially for himself getting. I'm pretty sure he got the assist, and he was, he's been on it a bit more than what Hardy's done, and I hope he gets a start on Saturday against Portsmouth because he deserves it. He's never had a clear-cut opportunity at Plymouth, where he's always been like a sub striker, someone to bring on. So I hope he starts. I was happy for Morgan Whittaker to get a goal. I think that's what he needed because I think he's been probably a bit struggling at the moment to get in the team and stuff. Same with Ennis, just he's been coming off the bench. Possibly that goal might get him the start.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was happy. I didn't think we played amazingly. I didn't think we was as strong as how we could have played. But Oxford, they did nothing. They had a couple chances, one clear-cut chance at the end, which they skied over the bar.
Yeah.
That was their main chance. But at the end of the day, I always say it as teams to win games of football and to, all good teams, they have luck. And Argyle's never had it until this past about 12 months where we've had things finally go our way. Like what happened at Oxford. That could happen 9 times out of 10 and the player would have scored 9 times out of 10 and missed that one time, which we had. So luck's finally turning our way, and I think that's going to turn the tide for Portsmouth on Saturday.
Yeah, for sure. And it's after bouncing after that Oxford game, it's we're going to this Portsmouth game very, very positive, and that's what you want. That is what you want, exactly. 4 wins on the trot, and then going into the Portsmouth game, it's all you want, really, and that's it. But
make it 5.
Let's make it that number 5. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. But at this moment, we'll smoothly move on to as Harvey was preparing for it before this recording started, was the predicted lineup for this game. So we'll go for that. Yeah, he's got it already. He's got his notepad out. I just seen that. But do you want to all of you start with your predicted lineup from?
Shall I go first?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so I don't think I've changed it much to what we've played all season. So I would have gone with casual Coops in goal. Same back three as on Tuesday. Longwick, Scar and Galloway. The 2 sort of wing backs and wide players, the usual Ballymumba and Edwards. The 2 holding midfielders, Adam Randall and Butcher. I've been so impressed with Randall all season. I think he's been incredible. And then the front 3, I'd go with Azaz, Mayer, and then starting Ennis over Hardy.
I wouldn't
dropping Hardy.
I was actually going to say also before into the lineups actually with how terrible of a performance Hardy had against Oxford, I was going to say if Schumacher starts him against Pompey, he has to turn up. Simple as that. When Pompey have got Colby Bishop and Marlon Pack and Scarlett up front.
It's a big game to be jumped into the final. It's a big game.
Hardy always does well against Portsmouth, though. He loves a goal against them. At Fratton Park and at home park, he loves a goal. So that could be another factor on why Shuey might start him. But if Hardy doesn't start, I do want him to get on because I still do believe he's the best striker at the club. And he's just simply on the back on the form.
For sure.
So I think a game like this will be the game where he can turn it around and pop in a couple.
That's the other thing I was going to add on actually is if anyone's going to have a big game on Saturday, I reckon it's Cooper when he's got Bishop, Scarlett, and Marlon back.
We'll go through the Portsmouth team in a bit as well. See what they could line up for us.
Meanwhile, if John Marquis was still playing for the club and he started on Saturday, we'd be fine because he was terrible for Pompey. Now he's obviously got Bristol Rovers.
Yeah. But
He'll still find a way of scoring against us.
oh yeah, definitely. They always find a way to score against us. They always find a way to score against us.
Well, not at Home Park they didn't last
Not at
season.
Home Park they didn't, but at Fratton Park they did. Yeah.
Yep.
But for Portsmouth's lineups, in their last game they won 2-0 against Burton away. Obviously it's expected. Burton are terrible, but we'll go on through it with the prediction.
If we don't get 6 points off them, we're going to be fuming.
I'd be fuming.
Oh, actually, can I just say I now completely understand. I think it was you that said this, Liam, on why Pompey literally celebrated their win against Burton like they bloody won the league. I'm sorry, Burton had a goal wrongfully disallowed. That was ridiculous, in my opinion, from the referee. I felt bad for them, to be honest. And Pompey still celebrated like they won the league.
I don't like that.
What was the goal? What was that Burton's goal like, Jack? Do you know?
It was if I can't remember, I was doing the bloody League One review last night, wasn't I?
And he can't remember.
No, I know, I'm trying. No, it was one of the Pompey players made quite a vital mistake, and Burton pushed forward upwards, and then I think it was like a curl and then into bottom right corner. Yeah, bottom right corner, and then referee linesman bloody disallowed it. I thought there was nothing wrong with the goal personally.
Oh yeah. If that was us, he'd get the goal.
Hopefully.
And yeah, I felt bad for Burton watching those highlights because I thought they deserved that goal, and that would have levelled them as well in that match, and that would have looked bad on Pompey.
Yeah.
So from Portsmouth's last game, this was their lineup from the last game. So I'll start from goalkeeper to striker. So Joshua Griffiths in goal, then Conor Ogilvie at right back, Michael Morrison at centre back, then the other centre back, Sean Raggett, Clark Robertson, Owen Dale, Marlon Pack, Tom Lowry, then Ronan Curtis, Colby Bishop, and Dane Scarlett up front, who only at the age of 18, well. He's probably the player that scares me the most.
Apparently,
Ronan Curtis and Dane Scarlett, they're the most like, I can't think of the word, but they're the players to watch.
Scarlett's class, he's phenomenal. He's been brilliant so far this season.
Apparently,
I did forget about Ronan Curtis. He's another fantastic player as well.
Yeah.
Apparently, someone's put just a friendly reminder that Pompey versus Argyle is not a derby.
I don't really consider it I consider it as a close game, but never on the same level as Argyle Bristol, Argyle Exeter. I think Argyle Pompey's got a lot of respect for each other because they've both been through the sort of same issues with like administration and money issues.
They're both very similar cities as well, Plymouth and Portsmouth.
Yeah, I think there's a level of competitiveness, but go on, Liam.
Go on, Liam.
He put Portsmouth versus Plymouth, but I just called it Argyle because
But no, I mean it's the same with Pompey's perspective as well, because no one will top their rivalry with Southampton at the end of the day.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Oh yeah.
And
I think Portsmouth's just a game where it's quite close from home. Both cities got a dockyard. Both cities are competitive. You know, Pompey, may have a greater history of us with them in the Premier League and winning the FA Cup and all that. But overall, they're both two similar sides where, you know, they've both been in League Two together. They've both been fighting in League One together, fighting for playoffs. So I believe that it's never really been a derby, just sort of a close game, which both teams have respect for each other, but there's a lot of competitiveness.
I think the competitiveness also and the rivalry maybe got a bit more intense. Obviously, when we had Portsmouth in the 2016 playoff semi-final, which obviously ended brilliantly because we won it, but obviously that season ended in such disappointment because that bloody final against Wimbledon.
That day's known as the Peter Hartley Day. That home leg's known as the Peter Hartley Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, when I'm watching the game Saturday, hopefully my dad can get Argyle TV and not Pompey's perspective.
Yeah.
You don't want to get that, mate. They'll chat shit about us the whole time. So no, it'll be horrible to listen to.
And also they're called us Plymouth as well. So I'm like, yeah, thanks. Nice.
But yeah, from this game though, I don't know if some of you have already said it, but the match scoreline prediction, has any one of you said that? But
no,
give you
I'm looking away
scoreline
right now
prediction.
with what I
Give
said last week.
Well, I want to hear it. I do want to hear it. But give your scoreline prediction.
I'm saying 2-1 to us.
I probably think it'll be 2-2 draw. I think.
Oh, God,
I
not
think it'll be
again.
another 2-2 draw.
Did you say that as well, Harvey? England, Harvey.
I've been thinking a draw. I've been thinking a draw, but now it's coming closer to it, and I know. You know, I'm getting a bit confident. I'm gonna go 3-0 Greens. I think we're gonna turn them over.
That'd be the best. That'd be a bloody banging day out. That would.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still stick with the confident prediction I said in the stream the other day. Pompey 2, Argyle 4. Absolute best.
Class. I'd love that.
There's no way. Don't get me wrong. Portsmouth are a very decent side at the moment, but there's no way I'm predicting a Portsmouth win. That can sod off from me. I'm not predicting a Portsmouth win.
It can bugger off. That's all.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
The only away win where I know I'm going to predict us to lose will probably be Wickham, only because it's Wickham. They screw us over every bloody time.
Hate Wickham.
Yeah.
I
bloody hate Wickham.
And we've got them on the 1st of October when Ipswich have Portsmouth themselves at Bolton Road.
That'll be a massive game. That'll be a massive game.
Yeah, definitely.
When we were at Argyle Oxford, and that drunk Argyle fan a few rows behind me shouted at Carl Robinson, "Get back in the technical area."
Yeah.
Someone will definitely shout that towards Ainsworth without in our end, 100%.
I hope somebody does.
They will. Someone will definitely. And I'm actually annoyed because I still don't know if I'm able to go to Wickham away yet. It's very unlikely, but hopefully I will be able to because I really want to chat shit towards them.
That won't be a good day. That won't be a good day. I think.
I heard according to Pieface, their atmosphere is absolutely awful at Adams Park.
Yeah. I just don't think it'll be fun.
When they played Accrington at home, they only took about 3,000. Yep.
That's poor.
That's chair boys for you.
Yeah, I'd rather throw the chairs at them.
Oh my God.
And you know what was even worse? When I was talking about Wickham in one of my group chats, one of the lads messaged me back saying, "Oh, I like Wickham." But I was like, "Oh no, why am I?"
They would be getting blocked. They would get blocked.
I was like,
"Who likes Wickham?
You can't say this to me, man."
Sorry,
Instantly blocked.
Sorry,
I couldn't believe my
Sorry,
eyes
Wickham
when I saw that.
Red
I
flag.
turned my phone off immediately. I was like, right, I'm watching some more Top Gear or former games.
just get the red flag out.
Yeah. Class.
There you go. But do we swiftly move on to predictions? I'll work on my editing skills. I will pop the games on the front of the screen so you can all see the games as well.
To be honest, you are unpredictable because you put Oxford City.
That was funny. I deliberately.
Why'd you have to bring that up? It's my tiredness. It's my tiredness.
Yeah, no. I when I saw that, Harv, I was just there like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Harv. You're gonna have to get my banter here now."
You gotta hold that. You gotta hold it.
Now I'm panicking. Don't panic. No, I am because I'm gonna lose my job. But what you?
It's my minus one
hold
IQ.
That L, bro. Hold that L.
Minus one IQ.
I was just there like, I love that we're in the National League South. It's great.
I've got to hold the L. I'll play. Yeah, whatever. we'll smoothly move on.
It's all right, Harv. I got called Paragraph FC tonight, so I feel amazing.
Oh, okay, then that's good. That's good for me. That's good for me.
But you know what? I'll take it because it's true, Liam. You're spot on.
To be fair, when I see your messages, I'm like, let me take 2 minutes to read this.
Yeah.
Let me take 2 minutes.
Yeah.
To read.
That's my brain summed up for you there, lads.
You genuinely think you could write the Bible? Could have wrote the Bible.
You know
at this
what?
point.
If it was about anything I'd want to write about, I actually not gonna
Yeah.
lie, I'd probably
Mate, if it was about Wickham, you can write a Bible. There you go.
Yeah.
how much I can't stand Wickham Wanderers. I'd actually ask Pieface if he want to join me on that. I bet you he would say yes.
Yes, for sure.
He'd contribute 100%.
Oh no, he would. I watched his he had a GeoGuessr video the other day on YouTube, and I play
seen it.
GeoGuessr as well, so I was watching it, and yeah, he did this test on how well he'd do in finding the English football clubs across the map, and then the last one came up with Bristol Rovers, and he just instantly wanted to turn his computer off.
To be fair,
I've got a video planned with him soon. I've got a video planned with him doing a football video.
Oh,
So-
get him.
Oh, hey, go on.
I'll have to try get him on. I'll have to try get him on for a podcast.
yeah,
on the
let's
channel.
see.
I'll
Yeah.
have to try
Let's see how cocky he is. So people say
He plays
I met
football. He plays football, doesn't he?
Hey,
Yes.
but I'm the top level keeper, so he's taken 30 shots, and if he scores more than 10, I'm gonna delete my channel.
Oh
I think
god.
that's
God.
Oh god.
right. That's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. The channel's not getting deleted. I just
I'm-
don't want to get turned
No.
over by Pieface.
I met Pieface briefly at the Valley at half time, and I asked him if he wanted a photo, but I couldn't blame him because he just wasn't in the mood for any photos at all. And I can't blame you. We're 3-0 down.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, it was good to have a chat with him though. That was class.
Yeah. But do we move on to matchday predictions? Because obviously,
Yes.
and if there's new viewers out and new viewers on this channel, we go through all of the games through EFL League One. We go from first to the last game.
12 games.
We'll get our
12 games?
predictions on the
think-
score lines and all that jazz. And Jack will go through all of the games and it'll pop up on the screen. I'll edit it, obviously. But
I guess so. Portsmouth, Plymouth, we've already done. We may as well actually do. I know it's not the first listed on here, but because I've been and we've been talking about that the top four are against each other this weekend. Let's just throw straight into Sheffield Wednesday versus Ipswich. Actually,
yeah, we'll throw that.
Aaron Moore versus Kieran McKenna.
I'm gonna say 2-1 to Sheffield Wednesday.
Ooh, actually,
Ooh,
That's not a bad
Dave,
shout. To be fair.
yeah.
Jake would like me for that.
Oh, of course he would. Definitely. Oh, you're saying 2-2?
2-2, I reckon.
Yeah.
I'll take a draw.
Yeah. I don't mind a draw either. I'd probably say, ooh.
Well, 'cause we're 2 points ahead of Sheffield Wednesday, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're 2 points
Preferably-
ahead, we're 2 points behind.
I'm just trying to think.
Preferably don't want them to pick up points, and I don't want Ipswich to pick up points. So a draw either way does the job.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going 3-3.
Bloody hell.
That happened with Wednesday and Pompey. To be
It
fair.
happened with Wednesday and Pompey. Yeah. It could happen. It could
I'm
happen.
gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna go 2-1 Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah, same as you, Liam.
Yeah.
Nice. Fair.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna back Wednesday for this to be Ipswich's first defeat of the season.
Good.
Mhm.
And then a second defeat on Sunday.
Also because Wednesday have had games already this season that they've been off form. I couldn't believe their performance against Barnsley as well, and their away performance against Peterborough. So yeah, I think they'll really be up for it this weekend against Ipswich.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 Wednesday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is Bolton versus Peterborough.
I honestly think
I'm gonna go 1-1 because basically, no. Do I go 1-1 or do I go 2-1 Bolton?
like that's what I'm
1-0
thinking.
Peterborough. 1-0 Peterborough.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Bolton. To be fair,
That's a good shout. To be fair,
That's a
away
good
win.
shout, actually. Yeah.
And they
Because
could bounce back after that disastrous home defeat to
Yeah.
Fleetwood.
they're searching for a win after in all competitions 5 losses in a row.
yeah. I'm gonna go 2-1 Bolton. I'm gonna be different.
Having said that, though, yeah, I was just going to say, I thought Bolton looked very good against MK Dons. I know it's MK Dons, but I think they looked to bounce back on form. But this is tight. I'm going to say a tight 1-0 win for Bolton.
Nice.
I might back with. I'll go 1-0 Peterborough. So we'll 2 of us 1-0 Bolton, 2 of us 1-0 Peterborough.
Yeah, that works. I don't know what. No,
I didn't say 1-0. I said 2-1 actually.
Oh, you said 2-1. Okay, whatever. You went for a win.
I mean, Peterborough could easily bounce back on Saturday, but I do think they're off form at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to go 1-0 Bolton.
Yeah.
Fair
play.
Now I know we spoke about Portsmouth Plymouth being going to be a massive game on Saturday, but significantly, and this is what me and Harv were saying in our League One review the other last night. I think this will be a very heated game, considering the last few seasons between the financial situations.
Yes.
Derby host Wycombe at Pride Park, and Wycombe were involved in Derby's financial difficulties as well.
Yes,
like they were like Wycombe as a club were deliberately trying to screw Derby over with stuff and etc.
Like I said there could possibly be either a red card or something going on crazy with either the fans or something else. Definitely, it'll be one of them heated games.
Or there could be like a 12 minutes added time.
12 minutes added time. Oh, someone just. I'm not going to say it right now, but
I now wish
get battered. 12 minutes.
I was going to say, I now wish Wayne Rooney was manager of Derby again now, just to see him have a fight with Gareth Ainsworth. That would have been hilarious.
That'd be a hell of a scrap. That'd be
it would be. Rooney would full on go mad at him, knowing Wazza as well.
Gareth Hayes would get chinned by Rooney. Rooney would go full on. He'd turn into bold Rooney again.
Yeah, he would. I love Wazza regardless. Anyway,
he'll lose his hairline after that. Right, okay, but
You'll see him pull out the bigger studs.
Yeah, I think Derby will win. I think Derby. I said Derby. Did I say Derby would win that game? Because I think I did.
I'll go with a draw for that. I'll go for a draw. Like 2-2.
Because I know that Derby would want to bounce back because this is probably one of their worst starts to the season.
They have been off form lately.
This is one of their worst starts to the season. I don't know if they've been in League One or what, but I think they'll win. I think they'll win 1-0 or 2-1. I'll say 2-1. I'm going 2-1.
I don't know about this. I mean, like they might have been in the third tier before I was born, but from what every year I've seen football, I've never seen Derby.
But I've just seen as well on their tweet. This will be their 5,000. I think their 4,000 or 5,000th league game.
Yeah, 5,000th. Yeah,
5,000. Crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0 Derby.
This is a bold prediction. I'm going to go 2-1 Wycombe.
Oh, God.
I hate to say it because I can't stand them, but I really think Derby are off form at the moment. I'm going to go to away win for Wycombe.
And they're away as well, aren't they?
Wycombe are away. Derby at home.
Away,
okay. I think they probably might make a bounce back Derby in that game for sure. But 2-1 Derby.
But I do think it'll be a really tight game regardless. Yeah. But no, I'm going to go 2-1 Wycombe.
As Liam says, next.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look. So we've done Portsmouth, Plymouth, Sheffield Wednesday, Ipswich, Bolton, Peterborough, Derby, Wycombe. Okay, Oxford, MK Dons.
2-1.
Yeah, so I was thinking.
Well, Young Fan has already said that if Oxford don't win at home, even a draw against MK Dons, there's going to be huge pressure on Carl Robinson.
I said this yesterday. Whoever loses that game, their manager's in huge trouble.
Liam Manning as well, yeah.
Huge trouble for sure.
In that case, then, I'm going to go over 1-1 draw.
So then both of them are in trouble.
Both of them are under pressure.
I don't want peace. I want problems. Always.
Yeah. No one's allowed to have peace. No one's allowed to have peace in the managing world.
Yeah, I'm going to say 2-1 Oxford.
Yeah.
A, because I think they'll win, and B, I hope they win because I got them in my bet this weekend.
You said that, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it will be a 1-0 win for Oxford.
Good.
I'm gonna go I'm going to go 2-0 to Oxford. And the reason why I've gone with a home win, because even though Oxford looked awful against us and they haven't had the brightest of starts to the season, I do think they look a lot better than MK Dons.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to say,
like I said yesterday, Derby and not Derby, MK Dons without Harry Darling and Scott Twine,
yeah,
they're basically risking this season without them, and they're putting themselves on thin ice with that. And look what's happened. That terrible start to the season, it could get worse.
To be fair, I'm not a huge fan of MK Dons at all anyway, just like Wickham. So I'd be pretty pleased if they go down to League Two.
They pissed me off. They pissed me off.
Yeah,
MK Dons fans will absolutely go, if they haven't, they will go absolutely mental with me in the comments section now. I'm not a fan of the club at all. I'll be happy if they go down.
Yeah.
To be fair,
no offense to their fans.
To be fair, I'd call them 2004 FC.
2004 FC. Oh, because they were established at that time.
They were.
Yeah.
They were.
Class.
Yeah.
They were established when I was born.
Yeah, so you're the same age as MK Dons. I feel proud of you.
They call Man City the empty hat, but wait till you go to MK Dons this ground. Yeah, I'll stick with 2-0 Oxford against MK Dons. So
yeah.
Okay. Exeter host Burton.
Oh,
Can we just go for a Burton win? Just to piss off Exeter fans already.
You know what? I'm not going to lie. After what I saw from Burton against Pompey, I know they've been dreadful so far this season, and I still think that goal should have not been ruled out. I think they could cause Exeter havoc, actually, this weekend.
And I think, and I think you'll know what I'm going to say as well. They play a very, very good attacking line, Exeter, a high attacking line. I feel like Burton could probably play a style like counter-attacking against Exeter. If it works, they could possibly come out with a good result. But Exeter this season, they look probably the most like dangerous and dominant attacking team right now. And
they attack really well, but they defend really well. And Shrewsbury are the same, and that's what they showed this Tuesday just gone. Both of them against each other.
Mm-hmm.
And funny enough, Burton's next two games are Exeter away and Shrewsbury away, and they could at least definitely get a point in both of them.
I think
they'll get 3 points off the Scum. So we have 3 points.
I might go 1-0 Burton. Just to piss off the Exeter fans a lot more.
3-0 Burton. 3-0 Burton.
Yes.
I'm going 2-0 Exeter just because I want to be realistic.
Fair enough.
Just going to be realistic.
You know what?
Yeah.
With what I saw from Burton against Pompey, I'm going to go. I think they'll take a point off Exeter this weekend. I'm going to go a 2-2 draw between the two, and then I think Burton will then use that to try and give Shrewsbury a hard time next time. After Shrewsbury away, they've got Forest Green at home, and that's easily winnable for Burton.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to go 2-2 draw. I think they'll cause.
But the thing is, they need to win one of these games. If they don't win any of these games, they're going down. They're going down. Let's just be realistic at this point. If they don't win any of those games, they're going down. They're going down.
Beating Exeter. Trust the process.
To be fair, Exeter's one doesn't look too bad. Forest Green away, Bristol Rovers home, and then when they run into Barnsley, Oxford.
Have we got an undercover Scum fan or something?
Who's
You sure you're a Plymouth fan, mate?
Sure.
Do you want to get deported to the Exeter side?
Yeah.
You don't want to go that. You won't feel welcome. Don't do that.
No, don't do that.
It's Exeter.
Nah, I'd rather burn their stadium.
And because they're a university city as well, they'll expect a lot posher looking things as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get on with the next game because I don't want to talk about the Scum next.
No, that's a very good idea.
Good idea.
But yeah, I'm going to go 2-2. Next is Fleetwood versus Charlton.
Why does it feel like a Charlton win?
Not going to lie, I think Charlton.
I think Fleetwood's going to win that. Fleetwood will win that.
The only reason why I'm saying that is because I'm just pissed off of Fleetwood fan on Instagram saying that we're the worst experience. Shit, twat.
You know what? fair play. That's petty revenge, and I love it.
Yeah. Screw
I
whoever
think
said that.
1-0
Fuck
Fleetwood.
you.
1-0.
I'll blur that out anyway, so don't worry.
They're right next to each other in the table as well, Fleetwood and Charlton.
They had a good start. I thought they had a good start. Go away.
I'm also going to go for a draw for this one, 1-1.
Yeah.
No, 1-0 Fleetwood.
I'm just going to go
Charlton really
2-0
struggle away,
2-0 Charlton. I'm going to go 2-0 Charlton.
Yeah,
just for my reason.
I'm going to say the exact same, literally.
Nice.
Fair enough, guys. Next fixture, two West Midlands clubs go against each other at Vale Park. Port Vale host Shrewsbury.
Both cats, mate, one each.
Nah, I disagree.
No. Shrewsbury do look good, to be fair. They do look pretty decent. But Port Vale, though, they're a newly promoted side. They're in League One. I just feel like if they do win this game, then it's a bit of a surprise one in my eyes, if I'm truly honest.
They're hit and miss. They're like Bristol Rovers. They've had some decent performances. They've also had some terrible performances.
Yeah, I feel like. I
think Shrewsbury look a lot better this season, though. So I'm gonna go 2-0 Shrewsbury.
I'll go over 2-0 Shrewsbury as well.
I'll jump on with that. I'll jump on the bandwagon.
Watch Shrewsbury go from having a brilliant performance against Port Vale away to then bottling it against Burton at home.
Yeah, watch. That'll happen. Trust the process.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0.
The process.
Exeter to go down, Argyle to go up. Trust the process.
Exeter's at the wheel. Nah, they don't have any freaking wheels. All right, and that's all right. Next,
they got the wheels for their wheelchairs. That's about
it. Yeah. Next one.
Next fixture. This I think is going to be tough as well. Bristol Rovers host Lincoln.
Rovers versus Lincoln.
2-1 Lincoln, I reckon, because they beat Derby. So why can't they beat Bristol Rovers?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, go over 2-1.
I'll go 2-1 as well.
Yeah.
I'm again going to go for a draw on this. I'm going to go 2-2 again.
2-2. Ooh, interesting. Do you know what? I'm just waiting for one of these predictions where we're just going to go for one of the big wins. I'm just waiting for it to happen.
We already have. Barton's going to be Exeter 3-0.
Yeah. If it does,
and also 4-2 Argyle at Fratton Park.
Argyle's going to win 3-0 as well. It's going to be a mad weekend.
Like you say, Harv, trust the process. Argyle 3-0 win, Exeter 3-0 lose.
Trust the process. I'm telling you,
we're going
to look back on this video.
That is the Green Army way.
We're going to look back on this video and you're going to call me like a time traveller because I'm getting all of these.
Yeah, next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accrington Stanley host Cheltenham.
Accrington Stanley, who are they?
Who are they?
Exactly.
They're both. Well, to be honest, they're both.
To be honest, Cheltenham has pulled off some good results.
Not gonna lie, Cheltenham were brilliant against Cambridge.
Port Vale, Cambridge. They've pulled off some pretty surprising results. And Alfie, like I said, Alfie May, he's starting to bag goals now.
Yeah, maybe.
He came on as a substitute against Cambridge, and got Cheltenham the winner.
Yep, he's bagging goals.
I thought Cheltenham looked really good against Cambridge.
I'll go over Cheltenham and win.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
2-1.
I'm gonna go 1-0 Cheltenham.
I might go 1-0 Accrington Stanley. Who are they?
To be fair to Stanley, they could bounce back because they are currently in the relegation zone at the moment in 21st.
Yeah, and I thought they played all right, but it's just that the results have just not gone their way.
I'm going to go 2-0 Cheltenham.
Yes, I can understand.
Yeah, fair enough. Cambridge host Barnsley.
Barnsley. I don't know whether to go 2-0 or 2-1. I'm going to go.
To be honest, though,
2-0 Barnsley.
To be honest, Barnsley this season they just look off. very off.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Barnsley. Yeah,
I'm gonna go home win. I'm gonna go 2-0 Cambridge.
That's what I'm thinking because Cambridge.
they lost to Cheltenham.
They did, but they were away. To be fair, they're back home this weekend, and I'm not gonna rule them out for a home win. And I think Mark Bonner has done a fantastic job for them so far this season.
Go on.
He did already last season anyway by keeping them up, and they just got promoted.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna go 1-0 Cambridge.
Yeah, go on, Cambridge. Lose, and then we beat Ipswich at home park, and we stay top of the home form stat.
Oh, that's the two games Cambridge can't wait for: is Peterborough at home and Ipswich at home, and they don't like either of them.
Me gusta.
guaranteed losses then, so that's their home form.
Cambridge beat Ipswich at home last season as well, but also hate to say they bloody beat us as well. They're one of our bogey sides, Cambridge. I was working at Aldershot that game for work experience, and literally the minute I finished working, I literally checked the scores. And on the way back with my friend Jordan, who's a Saints fan, I was just so miserable. But he was happy because a friend of his he knew played for Cambridge. I think it's Adam May, actually. I think he knows Adam May like properly as well. And he was winding he was winding me up all night. He was going, up the Cambridge. I just wanted to go sleep in his car.
Yeah. I think we're on to the last one.
I think they'll beat Barnsley. I'm going to go 2-0.
Yeah, I think we're on to the last one, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah.
By the way, I said 2-1 to Barnsley. Carry on, Jack.
Yeah, no worries.
No worries. And the last one is Forest Green host Morecambe. The two worst.
Power to Tim. Yeah, you was going to say
not the two worst sides in the league, but two of the worst sides in the league so far this season.
Tell you
Big
what,
game for them both.
Yeah, big game. I'm going to say 0-0.
It's going to be one of them boring games.
Yeah, I'd go for a 0-0 with that, or 1-0.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go 2-0 Morecambe. I reckon it'll be their first win of the season. They haven't won a game yet.
Yeah,
and against Forest Green, who are also.
So manager Derek Adams, by the way.
I know Forest Green at home, but they're struggling also as well. And I'm going to back Derek Adams to bag his first win of the season.
I'm gonna go with a 0-0 draw as well.
Fair play, guys.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the fixtures for you this weekend.
That basically rounds up the predictions. Some surprising predictions, some that are like, what's that one about? But hey ho.
Nothing.
3, Exeter 0.
Nothing can beat Harvey's prediction on Exeter 0 Burton 3.
If he actually predicts this,
you have to dye your hair.
Yeah, all of you's got to dye your hair green. If Exeter get beat 3-0, all of you's got to dye your hair green.
I don't think my dad would accept that.
My hair's nearly green, but it's not quite.
I don't think my dad would accept that.
No, I didn't mean
it's not up to your dad, is it? It's up to you.
Yeah. I'll come back and be like, what the fuck have you done?
When I first dyed my hair back in May, literally my nan looked at me, I'm thinking, she looked like it was like a death threat or something. I was like, hated it. And I was just there like,
my mum will probably disown me. But,
I made a bet in one of my live streams last season on basically whoever won the Premier League, I'd dye my hair that colour, and I'm so glad Liverpool didn't, because there's no way I wanted to dye my hair.
Oh, red.
I'd look awful in red anyway. So no, out of those two, I'm glad City won it, because I said before that I was like, I'll look better light blue.
I bet you thought when Villa went 2-0 up, but you thought, oh no.
I did. I would have had to dye my hair red, and then I would have dyed it back immediately. But I don't mind the light blue, to be fair.
To be honest, I was gonna say, if United ever won the league in the next 2 years, I would dye my hair red. I've dyed my hair red once before for a day, but bloody hell, that's when I had a bloody full head of hair then. But
I've already said this. I've already said. I think I've already said this to Harv regarding your with your game yesterday against Tottenham. I think I said to people, if Plymouth's first team ever beat Tottenham in a match ever, it will be claimed the greatest day of my life, and I'll probably skinny dip into the sea.
We'll have to get it framed.
Drunk.
We'll have to
I
get
will
it framed.
party hard that night. It'll be the best day of my life seeing Plymouth win a game against Tottenham.
I'll have to get it framed right over there. Definitely.
Indeed.
But yeah, for sure. But anyways, to everyone who's watched this video, thank you everyone for watching this video. It's been an absolute pleasure again. Liam, thank you very much.
Yep,
Jack,
no worries.
Harvey England, absolute pleasure. Amazing support on the channel. 59 subs, 4,500 channel views is phenomenal support after 13 days, 2 weeks, around that much. It's absolutely amazing.
Come on, lads. Let's get to 100 at the end of this month.
Yeah, almost
at the end of this month.
Ooh, good target. Good target. But thank you everyone for watching. We will keep on post. We will try and keep on posting regularly. We'll try, and as well for the vlog, for any vlogs on the for any of the Argyle games, follow Harvey England's YouTube channel. His link will be in the description below.
Yeah.
For all the Matchday vlogs. Anyways, thank you for watching.
Just to say, I'll be doing a vlog as well, and it'll be on my second channel eventually.
Yeah. Sub to Jack's channel as well for that. But we'll see you in the next, and Liam's channel. We'll see you in the next video.
Yes.
And goodbye.
Bring on Fratton. Up the channel.
When they pull on the green, they're all Janners.